Hi, dear friends. Welcome to Top Education. In this session, guys, we will learn the summary of acceptance, which is written by Bhaswar Mukherjee. Bhaswar Mukherjee have written many stories and had received many awards relating to his stories. Acceptance is an emotional and touching story of an often maid. The maid is an surprise thing that I will let you know in the middle of the story. The maid name was Santoshi. It is taken from the anthology of 21 real story collection named Something Happened on the Way to Heaven. So this story, there are some 21 stories. In the 21 stories, acceptance is one of the story. Something happened on the way to heaven, and it is also edited by Sudha Murthy. Okay, it is also edited by Sudha Murthy. So guys, let's start with the summary quickly. In the background, let's move to the Chennai. The hot weather of Chennai. It is a little bit warmer in the Chennai. Now let's move to an house where we have Ashok. Where we have Ashok. Let's know the Ashok's full name. Mr. Ashok Srinivas. Mr. Ashok Srinivas and her wife is Rama, and there is a small boy named Vijay. Okay, here during this thing, a home visit was done by the mother of Ashok Srinivas, and her mother name was, yes, her mother name was Savitri. Savitri came to his son's home for the visit, as there was the Pongal festival. Now, guys, what is this Pongal festivals? As you belong to South Karnataka, or you belong to Karnataka, you may know the Pongal festival where harvesting and many things, but the north people are unable to know this Pongal festival. For them I will tell this thing. Okay, Pongal festival where the harvesting of the new crops are being harvested, and they celebrate this Pongal festival. They do the puja of bull. They have some more activities as like Mela. Okay, so this was the about the Pongal festival where Savitri had come for the visit. Okay, let's move to the next part of the story. Here, Savitri and Rama. Who is Savitri? The mother. Rama is the wife of Srinivas. Ashok Srinivas. Now, what happened here is Rama and Savitri doesn't have a smooth relationship. Why? Because Ashok now is closer to Rama. See, a mother has a mother has a feeling like, my son, I have grown him, I have brought him to the this level, and he's not responding to me. Like, that thing comes to every mother. Yes, the feeling converted. So, Savitri, the mother of Ashok, has a bad feeling regarding to Rama. So, that is in every family where Sas and Bahu, where this thing happens to in every family. They doesn't have a smooth relationship. Now, what happened here is the maid who was working in Ashok Srinivas' home, who was take caring the old boy Vijay. See here, Ashok Srinivas and Rama both are going to office. Both are working in an IT company, maybe in an IT company, or they are working. Okay. Here what happened is they want a maid. So that maid have left out the job. Why? Because they were not giving 5 days holidays And because Rama and Ashok also had work on their offices, they cannot give holiday to the maid. And also, as Savitri have came, Savitri is a little bit old. She cannot take care of that old boy because the old boy is very very naughty here. Okay, so this thing happened, and the servant had left out the job. At some time, Ashok and what we say, the Savitri were speaking to, like normally a conversation was happening. Rama just went there and just disturbed them. And Rama and this what we say, Savitri had eye to eye contact. Like they were, oh, how come you disturb a son and a mother? Like that thing happened. And then what happened is suddenly someone belled out, like someone was on the door, just ding dong, a bell rang out. So just Rama went, or Savitri went to open the door. They just saw a 6 feet women or men. They're confused, like that is a man or a woman. And just she just put off the door and ran inside that, and she just screamed that a man came in a lady's dress, and he's come to stole us, he's come to rob us. So they all came down there, and they were seeing, just she was a transgender. Yes, she was a transgender. She was standing at the door. So what happened here is, all came here, and he just saw, yes, okay. uh, then Ashok thought that he would come for a sari or some money. So Ashok told to her wife Rama that please give him the some money, and let her go from that thing. But they gave the sari and something. But what the transgender said to them, and what is the name of the transgender here? This transgender is Santoshi. Santoshi, a transgender, is on the door, and she's just standing there, and she's just said that I'm ready to work as a maid. I'm come here to work as a maid. And she just described her thing, like what she would do. But in the mind of Rama and Savitri and Ashok is that a transgender is every time has a negative part, or they have a different slant. Like we see each and every transgender by clapping on the face, by knocking the car windows, by asking the money, taking the saris, giving the blessings, and so on. The we have just known a transgender only for that part. But here the transgender is come as in the post of maid. Yes, she had come here in the post of a maid, and she is seeking for a job. But Ashok told, no, no, nothing, I can't give you a job, and so on. So the transgender started to explain that why she required, why she required that job. As she was born a boy in the earlier age, and she was forcibly converted into a transgender, and she was forced to beg money, and she was unable to have her education. But right now she is giving education to many of those people, those this thing. And she's in a poor condition, that she want to have a particular job. She cannot beg and fill their small children's demand. She cannot educate so many of students, so many of children's by begging. So she want a constant job, and she had come here, and she's standing on the door, and she describes the story. But we said, no, we can't give you a job. They just gave what we say, they just gave a sari and some money, and they just closed the door, and they just went in. There's three guys, the Rama, Savitri, and Ashok Srinivas. A few time later, they saw that their small son Vijay was not here. So they just started seeing that where is Vijay, where is Vijay. They just went down upstairs there and all, and they just saw that Vijay was sitting on the laps of Santoshi, the transgender. He was sitting on the what we say, the lap of the Santoshi. The Vijay, the small guy, was sitting on the lap of the Santoshi, and he was smiling and having some songs and so on. He said, the tree also commented, you're robbing my child? How come you are robbing my child? You have grabbed my child. And then the Santoshi said that he just ran to the lift and it was just closed down, so I just helped him out to come, and I wanted to just come to you and tell that Vijay is with me. So then they thought like, yes, Santoshi is telling truth, and they thought. And also guys, one thought come to the Ashok and Rama, that now just we tell that transgender should have education, transgender is equal to all human beings, but it is only on books and papers, but not in the true life. Yes, I'm right. See, each and every transgender also has an equal right as we normal human beings have. Women also have the equal rights, transgender also have equal right, but here it is written only in the paper, not in the true life. They come to that and they appointed Santoshi as their maid, and Santoshi was very happy that she got a job, a constant earning to fulfill their small children's for their education, for their food, and so on. See, a Santoshi who is from poor background, she is helping out so many of poor children's, and we who are rich, we are not able to help out a single guy. So that is the difference, guys. See, because Santoshi has faced that she was a poor boy, and then she was converted forcibility into a transgender, and she was forced to beg also. So she know the pain. So that pain should not get to those small childrens. So she worked for that, and she gave education, food, everything for those small childrens. So that is with the story, and the story is a very interesting story, and it was a very wonderful thing. If you had closed your eyes and listened to my story, then of course it was in your front of your eyes, like live program ತರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video or the summary, please share with your friends and let them see or let them know the summary very easily. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you like, then please subscribe our channel Top Education, and don't forget to have a like on this video. Thank you guys.